yeah, there's one thing I forgot, and that is our, not that one, this one. Now we don't have enough messages yet for pagination, so we'll add a few more messages here. So it's not working. It's looking amazing, and just add a few. Just take a second. Cool. Okay, so now we can scroll. And can we scroll this one? Yeah. Wait, we can scroll, it's fine. So I'll add a few more, just fill it up, you know, good. With just heaps of, you know, just junk. And now when we scroll, we can see that when we jump in, it's loading everything all at once. It's loading all of our messages. See how long this is? Yikes, we don't want to load all of them at once. We want to paginate them. I can't scroll when it's closed. That's annoying. Right, we'll fix that too. So first we'll paginate. We'll go to our consumers and our message list, message send list. So we saw how we passed this page earlier. It was a while ago. So we're going to use that page now, and we're going to add it onto here, and we're going to set a page size as well. Page size. We'll call it, we'll just say it's 8 for now. Small number. And then we're going to slice, so we're going to say page times page size plus 1 times page size. That's all we're going to need to do for that. And then when we load this next, again, it's only going to load. We disconnected from our socket, so we're going to reload. And then when we load our messages now, it's loading all of them. So why? What's going on with that? Well, all right, let's. Yeah. Okay. So we refreshed because something went wrong. We refreshed. We open it again, and then it's loading everything again. That doesn't make any sense. That shouldn't be doing that. Why is it doing that? Ah, that's why. Because that should be page plus 1, not page size. Yeah, okay, that was silly. So we'll reload again. and then go to load Nina, and see it's only loading 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, the first 8 of the page. And so we want to go to our messages, our message screen, and I think we're gonna get rid of this touchable with feedback because I think it's ruining something. So yeah, so we can't scroll when we have the touchable with feedback, which is annoying. So we'll sacrifice that. We will shift that over. Sweet. Now, when we scroll up like this, we want, if we have more items, we want to trigger a function to load the next page of the list. And to do that, we can add a function here called onEndReached. onEndReached, and we give it an anonymous function, and we can say if messages next, which is something we're going to set, if that value is truthy, which means this is going to contain the next page, and if there's no next page, then it's going to be false. And then we can go messages list. We can pass our connection ID, which we have, and we can pass our messages next, which is going to be this. And we're going to import that. We're going to have to import that from use global. We haven't created it yet, but we will do that now. And we'll call that next. Next. Cool. Then we go to our global, and then go all the way down to the bottom to our messages section. And here we're going to create another one along with another value here. And it was messages next. And it's going to be null. Same thing here. Messages next. Save that. And when we receive our response messages list, we want to set that there. And that's our messages list, and we want to set that as data.next. Now we're not passing next to this data object. When we get our messages list, which we can look at here, friend list, this should be messages list. We've got our data is messages and our friend. Now we want to add, we also want to get the next page if it exists. We're going to add that too. And to do that, we're going to have to update our consumers in our messages list where we have our data here. There's another query that we're going to run. We're going to So this is you're going to create a query that's just going to ask the database to just return the count, the number of messages. Connection, and then get the count. And then here, we can just add next is going to be, so if, we're going to create like a ternary. So we're going to go page plus 1. So the current page, which we already have here, which will be 0 by default, and 1, 2, 3, 4, anything else, if this is the next, after the first page, it's going to be whatever, it's going to increment that page if messages count is greater than page plus 1 times the page size. So if the messages count, if there's more messages than the current pages that we already have, then we want to return the next page. So else none. And it's a bit long. We want to try and, not have this too long, but, we'll be fine. Yeah. Actually, we can call this next. We can't call it next. Call it next page. Here, next page equals this long thing. Now it's the same length. Ugh. Yeah, it's cleaner anyway. So keep that, and then that's the next page, and then we can save that. Save our global. Make sure we have that as well, and then our message screen. It's going to grab that messages next, which we are setting when we get the the list, and then when we call this list, we call this list for every page. So this is always gonna give us what we want. Either it's going to have the value of the next page, or it's going to be none. And if it's none, then in our message screen, when we hit this, when we reach the end, when we scroll to the top, normally it will be when we scroll to the bottom, but because it's inverted, it's when we scroll to the top. If this is truthy, then we are going to load the next page. That's exactly what that does. And that should work. So I'm going to reload. And going to Nina. Messages list is not a function. Yeah, it's because it should be message list, not messages list. Is that right? Yep. Yeah. Terrible. I should definitely not have named them like that. That is just rife with, that is just error prone as it gets. So, don't, do as I say, not as I do. All right, and so we can keep scrolling to the top. We've got an error here. What's going on? Keys should be unique. Okay, what's going on there? So, I'm going to change our page size to 3. Just so that I can really see what's going on. And we're going to go to Nina's chat. There we go. Okay, see how it loaded really rapidly. Keys, same key 28. 29, 30, 31. Yeah, so it's all these. Yeah, so it's fetching that page multiple times. Okay, there's some sort of error. Now, to figure out what's going on with that, I'm going to here, page in capitals so I can really see what's going on. And then I'm going to go what the current page is, and then the next page is. I might be making an error here somewhere. It should be fine. Okay. But yeah, so when we load, we're going to see what the page is, and that should make it that should be a lot clearer for us. But we'll see. And this is going to print out here in our server, not here. So we're going to Nina's. Okay. Spelling mistake. This should be a comma. Save. Refresh that. Nina. Yep. And let's see what. That should be fine, but we'll look here. It seems to be fetching the same page more than once. Receive 6, receive 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1. So it's asking for page 1 twice. That doesn't make any sense. So ask for page 1. Let's change the page size. It might be happening because the number that it's requesting is so small that it requests 3 and then it requests 3 and then it requests 3 again before it even gets to the top. That might be what's going on here. So I'm going to change the page size to 10 and then refresh. To Nina again. Yeah, so it requests the same page more than once. Why is it doing that? Let's look at our message list. Page 0. If it's page 0, then do that. Okay, so message list. That's the current page, that's the next page. Receives that. That's the next page. Why is it requesting the first page twice? Let's change it again to 15. Refresh that. Wait for this. Yeah. Jello. So that's why we're getting this problem, is because it's requesting the same thing more than once. Next null. Next null. Okay. Let's find out how often this on and reached is being called. So I think that might have something to do with it. Go to Nina. Yeah. I hate how it dumps out all this crap. So yeah, on end reach is being called multiple times. That is our problem right there. So how do we block that? So one way we might be able to do it is when we go here, we could add this condition here where we're going to wipe out next no matter what, so that it will be null. Because it could have something to do with its reloading multiple times, because we are taking so many of these. So when any one of these changes, I'm not sure about that. Anyway, what we're going to do is we are going to wipe out this whenever we request the next list, and it's not going to be set again until up here with our message list. So when this gets set again, this is going to have way more items and fill up the list. And so we shouldn't get this, like, double, triple, whammy type of problem. Hopefully, but we'll see. Never encountered this problem before. Super annoying. Okay. Looks good. So we're not getting that issue anymore. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, now let's change it back, our page size, change that back to, let's change it to 5, so that we're going to have lots of different pages to load. I'm not sure how many, there's at least, there's more than 15 messages, because we had 2 pages. So wait for this one, because it muddies up our console. And we're going to Nina again. And then it loaded 3 lots, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it loaded that many. And so as we scroll up, it loaded some more, and then it loaded some more. Yeah. So, and we don't have that issue anymore where we have the rapid fire sort of thing. So now we're paginating our messages. How cool is that? That was annoying. I'll admit it freely. So now we can clean this, we can get rid of this. We don't want to print that anymore. And we can go to our messages and we can get rid of this as well, since we fixed that problem. Now, yeah, socket closed. Yeah. Reload. And